Alright guys, bringing you another update. Temporary exhaust on there, held on by a spring, but it worked. So the 125 runs, and runs good. No clunking, no nothing, but it chooches like mad, so it's either going to need a new head and rings, or just rings. I'm going to try buying just rings for it first. So that's running. And over the past couple hours, I just completely removed the entire point system from the SP370. Took it upstairs, completely cleaned it. I mean, I disassembled everything. The wire connectors, the little rocker piece. Oh, hang on, my camera's dirty, that's why it's not focusing. That's better. Okay, so yeah, disassembled the rocker, everything. And now it has spark. So tomorrow is going to be fun. Or Tuesday. But I have to rebuild this huge freaking carburetor because it has mud in the fuel intake. So I shouldn't have to take apart anything up here. All I should have to do is take off the bowl and clean that stuff. And okay, the airbox looks fairly clean. I'll check that. Yeah, airbox actually looks pretty good. So I'll leave that. That's the brand new spark plug that the 125 blackened for me. But see if I can show you guys that this thing sparks now. There's the reversing throttle cables. Oh, that one's fucking stiff. See, the top one goes in and out fine, but the bottom one, it's got a kink in it and it needs more oil, but I'll get the throttle working good before I drive it. Don't want it getting stuck and wide open, but got that fixed. The leak at the bottom is pretty well fixed. It still drips, but it's like once every hour, 2 hours it drips, so I mean, I'm not that worried about it. To friggin' fix that after, or I'll just sell it as is. I mean, even running, it's worth twice as much as it was when I bought it, so get it running and driving, and then not sure if Dan still wants to buy it, or I'm just gonna put it back on Kijiji as a fully working bike, because I've unseized the brakes, so brakes work, front brakes work as well, but there's no handle, so I mean, it's almost a completely working dirt bike. Fully working brakes, clutch too, or is the clutch cable is seized. So I'm working on that. But yeah, should be able to drive it fairly soon. So that's gonna be fun. you go, guys. That's both bikes running. It's still leaking, but it's not a big deal. The engine actually sounds really healthy. Holy crap. Jesus. Kill switch works. Alright guys, so now I gotta figure out how to put some kind of muffler on it. It's a little on the loud side. Just a little. Couple things I forgot to mention. Oh, like I wanted to give a big shout out to Dan Alpat for actually picking up these bikes for me. So far Dan has got nothing out of this. So definitely gotta think of a favor or something I can do for him. So we got the 125 back in one piece. And this one is almost ready. Almost. Couple things I gotta do. It needs some sort of temporary exhaust. And a fuel cap would be nice, even if I just have to use a piece of plastic with some tape over the hole for now. It's gonna need some kind of gas cap. I gotta pump up the tires. And I may have to get, well, maybe not me, but somebody's gonna have to get, I might end up doing it. It's gonna need a new oil filter cover, because this one obviously has some holes in it, and even though I've sealed it, it's still leaking. The other choice I have is to take it off, burn all the oil off of it completely with the blowtorch, and paint it like 10 times so that the paint will seal any holes that are in it, therefore stopping it leaking. So yeah, big thanks to Dan Alpat for actually picking these up for me, and depending on what happens, Dan might actually end up with this bike